And we're doing it. Oh.
So Messi won. Argentina won.
He won the World Cup all
Yeah.
by himself.
Finally.
All by his little lonesome.
He's been trying for a long time, but he got it finally.
Oh, that's his first World Cup?
Yeah, he's been trying. Might have been his third, maybe fourth World Cup trying, and getting pretty far every time.
Wow.
Getting pretty far every
Oh.
time, but never making it to the top.
How?
They did semi-final,
It's every
I think,
4 years,
4 years
right?
ago. Hmm?
It's every 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So how long has Messi's career been?
I
Like
think
over
he's
16 years?
Should be around 35.
He is around 35.
Yeah. And since he was very, very good when he was young already, I can imagine 12 years of him, of a solid career for 12 years, and which means 3 World Cups. 3 times 4 makes 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
35 years old.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, we were born pretty close together.
Oh, yeah.
He's a little younger than I am.
Is there any... Yeah.
What are
Just
you
wanna
looking?
see. I just want to see how many World Cups he's been in.
5 times.
What?
Yeah. This is his first or 5th World Cup. 5th time's the charm, apparently.
2006?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
20. Was I? Yeah, because 86 to 2006 would be 20 years.
Okay. So he had his first World Cup at 20 years old.
Yeah.
And then was always on the team ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 5 World Cups. Damn. What a
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, man. He's had an amazing career. Oh, hopefully he's happy.
Seems to be, because he keeps scoring a shit ton of goals.
So you think...
By now he could have been like, I'm just gonna cruise and chill and like let my career dwindle a bit, but like just like
I don't know, man. I don't think those guys
Oh no, for sure.
get to that. I mean, maybe.
But then
Who
he must
knows?
like it.
Not necessarily.
He-
Maybe that's the only thing he can do. He can't.
Yeah, but he's overwhelmingly good. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to be. He doesn't even need to be that overwhelmingly good. So
But does that mean he's happy being that overwhelmingly good? I think he's probably happy being that good. I feel like anyone who's at,
he's the number one.
at the top of their game. No, but that's the thing is, I feel like, a lot of successful people aren't happy. So, who knows? I mean, maybe he's just in there
Well, it's different because
just trying to make that money and...
it's different. But I think that in his case, he is this kind of guy who's like, I gotta be the number one. And I don't know. Imagine that he's gonna be the eternal number 2. I don't know. He will always be compared to another GOAT or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is going to fuck up his life forever.
I don't
But it's
think
gonna
it
be
would
like,
at all.
that's something I hardly worked for, and I wish I was the one they were calling the number 1.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? But at the same time, I think it will still be happy, because once he lets go of that objective, he'll have a nice life. He's so rich.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
He's absurdly rich.
Yeah.
So.
But does
I'm
that
not-
make people happy? It
I
can't
know
hurt.
everybody has problems at any
Maybe it could hurt.
at any level of wealth, but at least you don't have the problems of comfort.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not even necessarily true, because I feel like as you get more comfortable, your threshold for discomfort goes down. It's like things that maybe used to not bother you like certain things not going exactly your way, like the fucking bath water's not the right temperature, or
Oh,
your
becoming a
food is
diva.
hot. Yeah, then you start to
Sure.
have a decrease in happiness because your standards get raised to a ridiculous level.
Sure, but having been an athlete and having known, like, being able to endure a lot of things, I don't think you would become such a CC. I don't know. Like, oh, I must use silk bed sheets because it rubs against my skin. It's like, no, come on, I mean, any bed sheets will do. Just like chill the fuck out. See what I mean? I don't. But it's, yeah. But some of them do become like that. I'm sure. Yeah. 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 But that's an absurd amount of money he's making.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's really interesting how much money athletes can make at the highest levels. Most of them will never make any money at all from sports.
Yeah. True.
But there's a small group at the top making fucking way more money than most of the people combined.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting how that works. Like, within any creative pursuit, like any athletic endeavor, there's just going to be some people who are so outperforming everyone else. It's like the 80-20. Like, 80% of the, victories and stuff are going to go to like 20% of the people. And it can even get more swayed than that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you fight to be at the top.
And you're fighting other people who are like almost at the top. So
yeah,
it's like, that's tough.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's sad that you have to compete with somebody that is in the same situation as you to get to that situation up there.
Why is that sad?
Well, you probably wish that you could get to that both of you could get to that position without having to compete, and there would be a loser to it. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm a hustler, I would, well, I think I do a bit, and I wish other hustlers to succeed. I don't want to have to compete against them to get to.
You don't want to have to compete against them?
To win like a high position, or I don't know, to get to that top.
Yeah, but the thing is, when there's only one top position, it makes it worth a lot.
Oh, when you talk about being the number one, no, I understand. When you talk about being the number one, I'm talking about being in the 20%.
Yeah.
That's already like, okay, you make it there. It's comfortable. When you make it there, it's comfortable. Right? So that's a start. Yeah. I gave up a long time ago the idea of chasing the number one spot in anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's just got to be a calling.
Yeah.
And yeah, for someone who's not like called to it, it's just not gonna work out, because there's fucking 100 other people who are like driven by some sort of like otherworldly passion for that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would find it difficult to spend 100% of my hobby time on the same thing.
Yeah, that would be really... I couldn't do that. I can't do that.
Because if you want to go beyond the number one, which are training as much as you, training or practicing, then you have to find a way to practice more then. When you're at that level. And it's
yeah, man, you just got to be able to out hustle everybody else. And everybody else is not just like, the randos. It's the people who are really obsessed with it, who are spending all their time on it. It's really cool to see those people compete, though. Like the best people at things.
That's what competition draws.
Yeah.
You reach new heights every time, so I'm not against it.
I'm
very happy that people are willing to do it.
Yeah,
I'm not. Let's put it this way. Yeah. I'm not willing to put that much time, and but when gifted people on top of that, spend so much time on it, he becomes this great man and great accomplishments.
Why do they have to be men, Thomas? Why the
men?
fuck they have?
Fair enough. Well, talking
Yeah.
about soccer, actually, I like female soccer a lot.
Okay. Why? Why do you?
Well, don't get me wrong. I don't like watching soccer no matter what. So let's start with this. I don't give a fuck no matter what. I would never myself just watch a game.
Yeah.
And maybe if I have money put into it or something like better. But I find the women to be way less. They don't act on the field. They fall, they come back up. You know, they don't waste time with that shit.
Good.
They're straightforward.
I respect that.
And really, like I hate that one of the best players of the moment, like maybe top 5 soccer players, is a French dude that does terrible things behind the referees. Not like terrible in the sense like he's just acting.
He's like stabbing people on the field.
No, he's being a little bitch. and I hate that because the guy's a beast.
Yeah.
He's technically a monster, and he's like just 25 or something. And
yeah, it sucks when they resort to that nonsense, like the acting, and you really lose respect for the player, the way that they do that shit.
Absolutely.
They'll be like grabbing their ankle, like yelling, "Oh my god!" Like they've been shot 7 times or something.
Yeah. And unfortunately, sometimes they benefit from it, and you're like, come on, dude, you're.
It's like you're a professional athlete. Take some pride in your ability to
and on your abilities alone, you're a fucking legend right now.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do that to score extra goals, and that won't make you more of a legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know you for your incredible feats. So those are the ones you need to show, not the terrible acting ones. Well, he's apparently right now, if I understand correctly, he's getting paid 17 million euros a month for a year.
A month?
Yeah.
What?
In Paris, he resigned. So Real Madrid tried to poach him, I guess, and he said, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to Paris because he's actually with Messi in the team. Messi is with Paris right now, I think. And yeah, 17 millions because Paris belongs to guys from Qatar.
Yeah.
So they've been injecting the big money. They've been Neymar, Messi, Mbappe. These guys are together right now.
Yeah.
Except
that's PSG, right?
Yeah, PSG. Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain.
But yeah, it's preposterous. I don't think it's bad though that they get paid this much. I don't care.
No, me neither.
I don't care. I'm just very happy with. I'm happy for them.
That's great for them. You know. They probably should get paid more, like based on the percentage of the revenue that they do end up getting, considering that they're the ones generating it all.
Yeah.
God damn.
Messi's here. Neymar is here. Where is Mbappe? There you go, Kylian. That's him. That's the French dude.
17 million?
Yeah, apparently. From what he resigned or something.
Philanthropy.
I don't know if we'll find the stats on Wikipedia.
No, probably not.
Yeah. A lot of money. If 17 million is not enough. And he's, 25?
Jeez.
Not bad, eh?
That is not bad at all.
He could literally say, okay, I'm going to work for a year.
Yeah, and just be done.
And I'm done. Every month in my RRSP, boom, I put 10 millions. I put 16. Think about this. If you earn 17 millions a month, you can put $16,990,000 or something per month in your RSP, in your TFSA.
I don't think you need an RSP at this point. When you got 17 million a month coming in, like I don't think you need the government-sponsored retirement program at that point.
I don't know.
And isn't there only a certain amount of room in your RSP that you can put it in?
Oh yeah, no, I was kidding, of course. I think he would have reached his limit a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it's funny how when you make that much money at this stage,
Mhm.
what you need to have a very, very luxurious consumption, like a very, very luxurious lifestyle for a month, it can barely be seen on the number in your bank account,
Yeah.
even if it was the most luxurious for a month.
I don't know, man. There's some pretty luxurious stuff out there that you could waste a lot of money on.
Fair enough, of course. 17 millions, maybe you don't. Yeah, no, fair enough. There are things that.
You could definitely waste $17 million on cars and houses pretty quickly.
Fair enough. But, I mean, after 6 months, how many supercars will you have?
As many as you can go and buy.
You can imagine that eventually you're going to reach a limit. It's going to be like, well, do I really need 30 cars?
Oh, no, it's not about needing it. It's just the ability to have it. Like,
yeah.
there are people that have
But that's not something that you
dozens
need.
of
That's not something that
supercars.
you need to live your current life.
No.
See what I mean? If you think about, I'm thinking about going to feed yourself by going to restaurants and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Like your daily operations for a month.
Yeah, it'd be hard.
Yeah.
To get up to. So what are we thinking? Like getting up to $17 million a month of expenses. Like.
Yeah.
So yeah, buying cars.
Monthly every time.
Like flying private jets around. That'll run you a fuck ton in terms of like fuel and I'm sure insurance and paying the pilots and the crew and
no, I understand. It's burnable.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I just think that there's shit that we don't even know that we don't know about. I'm sure that.
But we would
cost you a lot of money, like fucking.
You can already have something very luxurious without being crazy.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
it would not put a dent on your.
Yeah, like our luxurious life. If I imagined, what
you could be sleeping at the Four Seasons every day for a month, plus like eating in the fanciest restaurants every day, and just shopping and just shopping, basic stuff. But your bank account is like, yep, nope, no idea.
yeah, because you could spend
negligible epsilon.
You could spend $1 million every month and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still have 16 more of those.
Piling up every
piling
fucking
up,
month.
exactly. That's the word. Piling up.
For a year, because that's a season, right? I mean, I guess it's at least a season that you sign for.
Yeah.
So.
17 million a month. So what is that? 17 times 12. Oh, fuck that. 170. And then plus
204?
204?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. That sounds right. 204 million. And that's one contract for 1 year? Does LeBron James make that much money?
I don't know if it's for... I'm not
200 million a year? That seems...
I'm not sure if it's like it's a contract where you have to stick to, like for 5 years.
Uh-huh. He's 20% of the entire team's payroll.
Wait, where we have
total value? Okay, 3-year contract, $223 million motherfucking dollars. Salary per year, so that's $74 million a year. Wages per week, so that's $1.4 million a week. So that's less than the 17 million a month.
Why did I read that thing about 17 million then?
Maybe this is a different contract. Transfer fee, $186 million. What does that even mean? Transfer fee. Like, who pays that to who? Or to whom?
Yeah, 200 million over 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Yeah. So it's around 17 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 17 million a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not 17 a month then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's per week. 1.4. 1.4 million a week.
A week.
Nice.
I don't know how he's gonna make it, man.
Stuff. Stuff. Poor him. No, and I you know, that's the reward for greatness. If that's the reward for greatness, I will accept greatness. I will accept the reward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see such greatness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally pro that.
Yeah, man. If more people get to live interesting, fruitful lives, I think that's a good thing. It would just be like, imagine if there was enough room for like everyone to be the best at something in the world, like some random thing,
That would be
and everyone could get paid a shit ton for that. Like,
yeah.
you know, imagine a world where everyone's just doing whatever it is they're the absolute best at, and they're getting paid, you know, enough money because enough people are like looking at that or watching it, or I don't know how that would work, but that would be cool if everyone was just doing what they really enjoyed and were really good at. I feel like that's the goal. That's got to be the goal for society, is getting the most people to fulfill their potential as possible.
Yeah. I see what you mean. I agree. It's important.
Oh. Yeah, man, people, it's great when they're like actualized, when they find something that they're interested in, and then they can actually have the opportunity to pursue that. I feel like that's a huge part of what society should do for people. I guess that includes the government, like the political system and the social safety net and whatnot. You know, if we could just make it so that everybody had the opportunity to pursue their dreams, like their ridiculous dreams and goals that they have. And I say ridiculous in that everyone's dreams and goals are ridiculous, including my own. But that's why it's cool when they happen sometimes. Because it's like, holy shit, that fucking ridiculous thing happened.
But there's no way that everybody has a different objective that is fulfillable at the same time. You know, you have two people who want to be number one. Well, one of them is going to have to suck it up.
But I don't think that everyone could end up at the top of a field, but I would love it if everyone could aspire to that. If everyone had the opportunity to like try that.
Yes.
You know, because like imagine the number of guys who work at Walmart or the gas station or Subway or whatever, but they would be so fulfilled, like training Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and fighting professionally. And, you know, imagine if they could all make, I don't know, like 60 grand a year or 70 grand a year or something, you know, like a decent wage.
But then if you make 60 grand a year, the prices will not be the same and they'll be higher, no?
Why?
I don't know. No, I would love that to happen. Don't get me wrong.
So you think because more people are making a better wage, prices will go up? Well, that'll happen.
Unfortunately,
or fortunately, you know, as long as people, that's the thing. You have to somehow find a way to give people enough to live without also causing runaway inflation.
Yeah. No, that I agree. And anybody should be able to make that comfortable money. like money that where you're okay, like you can live.
Yeah, I think you either got to have some sort of living wage legislation in place of like minimum wage legislation. So rather than coming up with some arbitrary number that may or may not even make sense, like bunch of economists get together and figure out this is how much money you need to, reasonably survive in this area, in this postal code or zip code or province or state or whatever. And then, boom, there's your quote unquote minimum wage, but it's just a living wage. And then you peg that to consumer price index or something so that it goes up with prices. And then you've taken care of it. Or you can have no minimum wage, but the government provides a basic like floor of existence. It's like they provide housing if you need it. They provide education if you need it. They provide healthcare if you need it. Just like make sure people are good. And then they can just get some random job that pays not that much money, but they won't need a shit ton of money because all of their shit's, kind of taken care of on a basic level.
Yeah, but there's still a supply-induced inflation that you cannot prevent.
What do you mean?
Like, think about the increase in gasoline prices.
Okay.
This is inflation that's coming from the costs, from the supply.
No, most of the inflation's coming from price gouging. But there is like some supply chain issues, I guess. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, at least it's on the supply side.
So like, for instance, gas prices going up, like what costs of theirs went up?
It's not that gas prices are going up because the supply knows, like the producers, like the distributors of gasoline, know that we love it that much. They do it because now it costs them more for one reason or another. It costs them more to distribute that gasoline, and so this is why, in consequence, they raise their own prices.
That's in theory, but those fossil fuel companies, along with many other companies, have been making record profits, not just revenues, but actual profits. So as the prices are going up, because people know there's inflation, they've been using inflation as an excuse to increase prices much, far and above the increase in costs.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, other kinds of shocks could affect the supply of something and increase its price suddenly.
Of course.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
you can have an impact on the demand-induced inflation by providing means for people to buy those things and consume them, or not. You see what I mean? But if companies decide to increase their own prices for one reason or another, and in this case it's shitty and they take their cut in the process, then you're like, well,
it's always to make more money.
It is.
There's only ever one reason.
Absolutely. But you don't have control over that one. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. The inflation is coming from these guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be nice.
What would be nice?
Well, if as you said, we had a society where the government was able to provide to make those conditions happen, to satisfy those. Yeah.
That would be interesting. I just had this random thought. It would be interesting that if instead of the government providing the services, we just passed laws that forced everybody like above a certain income level or whatever to like, I don't know, somehow directly help other people. Like they would have to donate a certain percentage of their money to charity or just like directly give it to people. Like just set up like mutual aid organizations, and I guess it would kind of be like a tax, but it would be better than a tax because it wouldn't be going to the government. But I don't know who would administer all this stuff. It would have to be the government, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty stupid idea.
Coordinated one way or another.
Yeah.
benevolent people, hopefully. Okay? Okay, people?
Benevolent dictator will come over and
Competent.
wave his magic hand.
Competent and benevolent. Yeah, we'll get there.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I hope things will get better. Yeah. There's a lot of negative things going on, unfortunately. Like, I feel like privacy is gone, and governments have a lot of tools to use to, like, quell dissent.
They got us.
Yeah.
It was too comfortable. It was so nice. We got complacent. And we
Mhm.
let all those conditions. I don't want to read that. I don't want to use the product. And that's ideally. Ideally, I would like a world where the default when you access any sort of service, online service,
Mm-hmm.
is that by default your navigation data, anything that is related to you, is yours and yours alone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to let other people access it, then you can sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to have access to the internet, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
the baseline like package is this is what you pay, and nothing will be leaked out of your one way or another. I don't know how it's that. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine something like that. And then yes, you can get a discount or something, and they say, well, if you pay, we make you pay $10 less or something if you let us look at some, you know.
Mm-hmm. Use your data.
Yeah, I don't
sell
know,
it to third parties.
Bake a couple cookies or something, and fucking cookies. A cute name for something. But yeah, that instead of and it doesn't even exist today. A package where you could say, this is my package, but make sure that none of the things I'm gonna be browsing will be sold or given or listened to, or I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like selling a super high security system on top of your access to that online service.
Yeah. Yeah. Problem is there's just so many companies that have your information. Like, think about all of the websites you've ever signed up for with an account. It's just I don't even like I have no idea how many I've signed up for. It's there's just so many of them. And sure there's a ton of things that I was like, oh, this looks interesting, like a tool to use or some resource. And you sign up and then you use it once and then you just completely forget it even exists. Like, in theory, that company has, your information and they can just be selling it all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe I don't use a lot of things online, but I know they have data on me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see it in my daily use of my devices. I haven't had the kind of stuff where I'm talking to you about bed sheets or whatever, and then tomorrow you're gonna get a Sleep Country ad or whatever. I haven't experienced that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me neither. I think
I made my life pretty ad free, to be honest.
Yeah.
I have no ads anywhere.
Yeah.
As soon as I see ads on somebody else's device, I'm like, oh, oh yeah, there was a time I had that too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck ads.
Yeah. Yeah, no, me too. Because, with Mozilla, you can get extensions that block ads and you just don't even see them.
Yep.
Yeah. And luckily, my brother has, the YouTube subscription. It's like a family subscription.
Yeah.
I don't have to see ads on that.
It's very nice. Especially on a cell phone, when an ad pops up, you're looking for the X button, the cross to close it.
Mm-hmm.
But if your finger, rips, then that opens the ad.
Yeah, yeah.
So on a small screen, sometimes it's very, at least to me, it's very annoying because I'm very bad at touch screen. So I'm like, when that clicks and that opens, I'm like, oh, shoot, new tab and
Yeah.
whatever shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, they can't even hear. This is really good.
Yeah, I
synthwave.
was just
I'm
thinking about it. I was like,
jamming. I'm jamming out to the synthwave right now.
that's very, very good. I'm gonna check the title quickly.
Mm-hmm. Boyda vibes. Matilda's theme.
Will you remember?
No, definitely not. Not with my memory. Gotta get the notepad. Oh, notepad plus plus, eh?
Of course. Okay.
It's Boita vibes. No, vibes. Not Boita bees.
Oh, about the vibes. Okay.
Tilda's theme. It sounds like it would be like the boss battle theme. It's like Matilda's theme. She's got like a whip and a sword.
Yeah, it sounds like the theme of a character for sure. Done.
Nice.
Done.
I gotta get back on Breath of the Wild. I haven't played that in a while. Oh, problem is one of the controllers for the Switch is like dying, and so randomly it'll just stop responding in a good way. Yeah, the character will just be like running in circles and you can't do anything about it.
Do you need both controllers?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they're like $100 for a set, which is a little steep, Nintendo. It's a little steep. I think like back in the day, a Nintendo 64 controller was probably like $50-$60. But now, I mean, I guess it's a more high-tech controller, and it's a set of two. But it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty expensive.
Get an Xbox controller and play on your computer, man. Put this on the screen and play on Steam.
I can't play the same games. Like Breath of the Wild, that's on Steam?
No.
Yeah.
No, that one is not. No, I agree. I mean, except for the 10 Nintendo games you can play everything else on Steam pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I understand though. Zelda seems a very fun game.
Every Zelda game I've ever played has been fun.
Yeah.
Like I've never played a Zelda game where it's like the controls are all fucked up, for instance, or like the hitboxes are all fucked up, or it's not intuitive. Like, yeah, they do a really good job with those games. Do a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, my only problem is like you have to keep picking up weapons because your weapons keep getting destroyed. Like if you pick up a log or whatever to smash people with, then eventually it just destroys itself. Like, so then you have to keep picking up logs or other types of blunt force objects.
So some video games get to a point where it's so realistic that it's annoying to play. It's like kind of like you can wear an armor in this game, but you cannot wear more than 50 kilos. So you start having to play with, oh yeah, I cannot wear this, it's too heavy compared to this. Like, no, I just want to where the best stats shit ever.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if it's a gigantic dragon shield, I don't know, something that is too
Yeah.
heavy. But I'm like,
Yeah. Or when you can only carry like a limited number of guns. So it's like, come on, man. It's already unrealistic as shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, who
let me
cares?
just carry all the fucking guns.
exactly.
Yeah, and some games have started to become like ultra realistic with like realistic physics, and I can't even remember the name of the game, but my brother was playing it, and it was a first person shooter, but it was more like a World War II simulator, because you can only use the iron sights on these old ass guns, and the physics were realistic, so you had to like compensate for elevation and shit when you're
Mhm.
using the iron sights, and the reloading the guns takes a little while, and so it's really hard to hit anyone. So like you'll play for like 25 minutes
Oh my god.
without hitting anyone, and then when it happens, it's like
Oh my
it's a
God.
super boost.
Oh.
But yeah, it just seems like really boring for a long time. And like the maps are huge, and I don't know, I much prefer games like Star Siege Tribes. You ever play Tribes? Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a cool series of games, but you have, like futuristic weapons, and there's usually a disc launcher, like a explosive frisbee launcher, essentially. And you usually have a jetpack, and so you can like use your jetpack to go far around the maps and stuff. The maps are huge,
Uh-huh.
and they have like bases that you can go in and like destroy shit, because there are these like stations where you have to walk up to them if you want to like switch your loadout. You want to change your armor or change your guns
Mhm.
or reload or whatever, and they're powered by generators. And so like the enemy can come in and blow up all your generators, and then your little kiosks don't work, and obviously you can do the
Yeah,
same
cool.
to their base.
Yeah.
Like, and there's vehicles, like you can get in like a small speeder bike kind of thing which has weapons, or you can get into a big one where other people can get in like different spots on it, and then you can all be like blasting away off the thing. So it's pretty cool, and the teams are usually like fucking 15 to 30 people.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like playing those games, but I am not good at those games.
I'm the same. I the FPS I played, I really enjoyed. But I'm not that good. I'm not very good. I'm not very I'm not focused on everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get destroyed way too quickly. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no. I know in multi online these days you can get paired up with people of your level,
Mm-hmm.
so it stays competitive for you. It's like challenging but fun. I
Mhm.
know, but still, I'm like,
There's still a certain level that like you have to get to a certain level to even be able to play against other people
yes,
online,
it's true.
because
it's true.
the people online, chances are they're playing a shit ton of that game, so they're much better at
Yeah.
you. So even like the lowest level is still
Yeah.
you have to get to a certain level of competency to play it.
Yeah.
Like when I play video games, I wish I was better at them. But I'm really glad I don't waste a lot of time playing video games to get to the point where I'm like really good at them.
Yeah, I have this feeling more and more these days of I start playing a video game and I'm thinking like, does it matter? What am I doing? But at the same time I still have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what
So
is the point.
yeah, so no, I understand. I will definitely always do video games in my life, a
Mm-hmm.
bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also understand that I don't need to spend that much time on it.
Mm-hmm.
I could be doing other productive or unproductive things, but just
Yeah, just
Yeah.
other things.
yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I feel that way with anything. Like I'm glad I don't spend all my time on any one thing.
Well, it could be in our character.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we also like to be jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
It's because we don't get captivated enough to pursue
Just one thing.
just one single thing for that. Like we're not.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, man. It's good to do different stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think it's way better.
Like variety is
Spice
so
of life.
it's exactly. It's so important to me. Variety of life. I've never gone through a period of my life where my days were just like really similar to one another. And I think that's just partially being lucky, but also just, I don't know, making certain decisions so that my life doesn't become like monotonous. And
Yeah.
yeah, I've never really had like a super monotonous job. I've never had a job where you could just zone out and do the job. It's always been like engaged stuff like computer repair. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got to be engaged in figuring out what the hell's going on with whatever computer's in front of you. And usually it's something, well, not usually, but sometimes it can be new things where you have to learn like on the job. But, you know, a lot of the time it's like, oh, this motherfucker's got viruses. Let's do some virus scans. Really, like,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but like virus makers and malware makers made me a lot of money as a computer repair technician.
Yeah.
And when you're a tech, you start to understand how easy it is to get rid of the stuff. And it's like, I don't feel bad because I was helping people with their problems, but it's just, for what we were doing, it just felt so easy. It's like, okay, we have some programs that we know about that do a good job of removing viruses and malware and adware.
That's how they reward you. You know, if you know a little bit about their world, you can also make good money out of it.
It was cool being a computer tech though. I liked it. I was good at it too.
Yeah, I can imagine you being good at it. That's your kind of stuff.
Yeah, man.
You like to fiddle.
Troubleshooting. Yeah. Always fiddling with things, tinkering. as I like to
Tinkering,
say.
you're a tinkerer.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I love to tinker with shit, and it's one of the reasons I love plumbing. It's like just like messing with stuff, physical stuff in the real world. It's so satisfying. Like I was working with this guy Mike, really cool guy, really nice, and he has two young kids, so we talk about kids and stuff all the time, which is it's cool. It's a good way to like connect with someone, which unexpectedly I didn't think about that before I had a kid, that like I would be able to then connect with people who have kids on a different level.
Yep.
But yeah, we were working together doing this copper project, and I haven't run copper pipe in months.
Yep.
Like many months. So I was pretty nervous about it, but yeah, we worked on it together. We fucking did the measurements, we cut the pipe, we prepared the pipe, we attached it, and it looks good. Like the pipes are going where they're supposed to go. We got the hangers, the clamps to keep them in place. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. Cause he's a first year apprentice. I'm a second year apprentice, so they just kind of like set the two lowest guys on the totem pole loose on this project, and the foreman said it looked good. So I don't know, it's cool.
Very nice.
I'm like proud of our work. I really wish I would have taken some pictures of it, and I definitely will when I go back to work.
Where didn't you?
I just didn't think of it at the time where I had the opportunity.
No, you're right. I guess it's like
I just
on the job.
Yeah, but I'm sure I'll take some pictures of it. Send them to my mom. Probably send them to you. Maybe to my brother.
Yeah, very nice. I like it.
Yeah, and it's just so cool. Like the copper piping looks awesome because it's shiny.
Yeah, I like that color. I like the copper color a lot.
It's dope. Woo! Almost 50 minutes.
Holy shit, it's been a while.
Yeah. Want to call it?
I think we can call it.
Well, that's all, folks.
See you in the next one.